couple of things off the back before I get going on this video. First, we know that the Anbernic 35XX SP is way more advanced than this. And like I always say, I tries my best not to compare. Other videos out there been there, done that. So with me, I keep each one in its own lane, but I can say this much. Bet when this came out, it sparked up some inspiration, I can tell you that much. Second, we know that there are far better devices or handhelds way better than this, which lead me to what we all love, and that's nostalgia. I can't speak for everyone. Maybe it's just me and my love for handhelds, and probably it's a problem, and I'm just not ready to deal with it yet. And maybe I do need a video of my top handheld that I always pick up the most. Well, enough of that. We got here is the Powkiddy V90. It's been out for a couple or a few years. I'm not sure. I really don't care. But my real question is, can I set this up to bring a good feel of my real Game Boy SP, which I've been thinking about upgrading the screen. Just maybe like do like a little update of the screen, like maybe an IPS screen, or maybe change out the buttons or something like that. But I always think this, I don't know, for some reason, my original SP is a piece of history. And I already have enough handhelds with way better visuals. And if you want to see my original Game Boy SP, check out my video with the Anbernic RG35XX SP. I showed it out there. Okay. I'm sidetracking myself like I always do. All right, Powkiddy V90. Let's set this up. All right, let's get started. What is going on, you guys? Your boy Famous Kid Video Game Entertainment. And before we go any further, make sure you hit the like, subscribe button. Click like, subscribing. It's always a big help. I'm not going to take up your time too long. I'm just going to hop right into it. Remember, this is not a how-to or tutorial video. I just read the directions and I'm just going to go for it. You can follow along if you want. It seemed like it's just pretty simple and straightforward. I'm just excited to get my Game Boy Advance lineup on here because this looks really close to it. So yeah, so as you can see, it's just your basic, it has your basic setup for here. This is the stock setup. So whatever that was on the SD card, this is what the lineup is right here. So what I'm gonna do, my goal is just gonna go ahead and just take out the SD card. I'm gonna go ahead and power it down or just shut it off or something like that. I'm not gonna really dig into this like too much to try to like go through all this, and you know, because you want to like transfer games, you can transfer games right from this little card right here, and that way you have a lineup of games. If you're trying to find like your own, if you want to have your own library, it's up to you. So what I'm gonna do, I have this little card right here, which is a 32 gig right here, and this is just enough for me because it's like all I'm gonna do is just put like Game Boy games, Game Boy Advance games, Game Boy Color, stuff like that. I'll show you some of the handhelds that I'm pretty much just probably gonna add to it. I'm just gonna keep it simple. It's up to you. Just like I said, I'm gonna say this again pretty soon after a while, but it's up to you, whatever you want to add onto it. Like if you want to add other stuff, you want to go with NES and Sega Master System, stuff like that, that's fine. So the first thing I always do, I always format my SD card. I always do that all the time. So make sure that it's fully formatted. So that's just what I always do first, because I don't know, that just, you never know what's on it. even cards that, and most time I get my cards brand new, these are fresh cards, and I always format it because you never know. So next we're going to go to the website right here. This is the website I'm using. I'm quite sure there might be newer websites that has firmware setups and stuff like that. So this is the one I'm going to use. I just typed it on Google and this is what popped up. So I'm just going to go for this one. So with this one, I'm just going to do this one right here. That's the one I'm going to do. And the setup steps is right below. So you can just kind of set that up. So after you download it and unzip it, then I'm going to use Etcher. Open up Etcher. And I'm going to take the file inside of after whatever I unzip, and I'm going to set this up. So I'm going to go ahead and like fast forward everything. So that way it can just like, that's what I said, I'm going to go straight forward with this. This is pretty simple. So after you get through, you just want to use your mini partition tool, and you're going to look for your file, because the rest of that, you want to use the rest of your card. So you're gonna take the file right here and you're gonna just extend it. Okay, so just so that's the only extra things that you got to get: etcher and mini partition tool. If you want to use the win image, whatever, that's up to you too. You can use that too. So I'm just gonna extend it after I get through extended, just so what you just saw. Then everything's okay. After I get through, boom, 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 we're gonna pop that back up in there, and now we're just gonna go ahead and just turn it on and look at, now we're set up. Look at that. Now we got that Powkiddy sign going on up on here, and now we got our new setup, and this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. So, but I'm gonna shut it off because now there's gonna be files that's gonna be added to the SD card after you turn it on, and I'm going to turn it off properly, just like this. You go all the way to the end, and your buttons on the back, that's pretty much how you're gonna navigate, pretty much. So you're gonna pop that back in, and yep, so now these files right here, but we're just gonna focus up on the ROMs. So I'm just gonna like highlight the systems that, or the consoles or handhelds that I'm gonna just add games to. These are the only ones I'm thinking about adding some games, like, okay, so let's see which one. I know it's just basically these two, maybe this one. This one I'll probably add more to. And let's see, I'm just gonna probably, yeah, that seemed like that's pretty cool. I really don't want to put too much. I just want to keep it simple. I said, this is what, if you want to add some, it's up to you. Use the same SD card that was previously and take the games and then just like transfer them. It's up to you however you want to do it, you know. And just like I said, there's always hard drives, or you know, you can look around for them too. So all right, so we're gonna pop this back up in here and we're gonna turn it on, and now we can go to our Game Boy Color, stuff like that. But I'm gonna switch up the theme. You can go to you can just scoot over for your theme settings, and then I'm just gonna switch that up. All the directions and everything is on, it's basically on the page. So I was able to like figure all this stuff out. So now look, I got my Game Boy set up, look, and it actually gave you like the original colors, so you can actually play it just like this. This is super cool and so simple. It's so simple, cheap, and it's simple, and it plays good, and it's clamshell, and this was where I wanted it to be. So, but with that being said, I am out, you guys. I told you I wasn't gonna take too long with this. I just wanted to really get to this Game Boy Advance and just to see Final Fantasy play up on here, because Final Fantasy is my favorite game that was on the Game Boy Advance. For real, I can play it on anything else, but just being able to play it on the clamshell, that is like my favorite game to play. Just off the chain, other than Metroid, of course. All right, you guys, thank you guys for watching, and from gamer to gamer, peace out.